Okay, good afternoon. This is the part 3 of our partial molar volume video. Basically, in this particular part, I'm going to provide you with raw data. And then we're going to produce the molality versus volume equation. And then um, basically from that, you can calculate the partial molar volume of water and the partial molar volume of ethanol, just like the sample problem of McCabe, of Atkins. So let me share the PowerPoint. Okay, so with this table, as you can see, these are the approximate volume of water. If you still remember, we need to prepare the solution. So this is how we're going to prepare the solution in the Erlenmeyer Plus. We're going to add approximately 5 ml of water using a grad cylinder, okay, to a volumeter to an Erlenmeyer Plus, and then you're going to add 25 ml of ethanol, pure ethanol. So after, if you still remember, you're going to weigh the Erlenmeyer Plus, then you're going to add 5 ml of water, then you're going to weigh it again. And then after weighing, you're going to add 25 ml of pure ethanol, and then you're going to weigh it again. Now, so for in this example, as you can see, for the second row, the mass of the empty plus, Erlenmeyer Plus, is 95.259 grams. And then when you add 5 ml of water, it becomes 657 grams. And then when you add 25 ml of ethanol, the weight is now 118.498 grams. So as you can see, in order to find the weight of water, basically just subtract this column with this column, So 99.657 minus 95.259. So the weight of water is 4.398 grams. And then to find the mass of B, or mass of ethanol, it's basically this column, now 118.498, minus this column, 99.657. So that's approximately 18.841. In order to find the number of moles of water, just basically going to divide 4.398 with 18.02, the molar mass of water. So you're going to get 0.24406. And in order to calculate N sub B, or the number of moles of ethanol, that is basically 18.841 divided by 46.084. So you're supposed to get 0.4090. So ganun lang po. So I hope you find this table quite easy to follow and quite easy to calculate. So on the next table, we're going to calculate X sub B. So this X sub B is basically number of moles of ethanol, or number of moles of B, divided by the total number of moles. So for this column, it's basically, and this is X sub B, So X sub B, okay, so this is basically X sub B is equals to N sub B divided by N sub A plus N sub B. Ganun lang naman ka-basic yan. Tapos, X sub A is basically 1 minus X sub B. So that's why, If x sub b is 1, so x sub a is equals to 0. Dalawa lang naman sila. So ibig sabihin lang nito, x sub a plus x sub b is equals to 1. Okay, so this is quite obvious. The second column is quite obvious. And then you are also asked to calculate this, the average molar mass. Na-discuss ko na naman sa first video. Ano? So the average molar mass, this one, tandaan nyo yung formula nito. It's lumalabas na sa board exam. So it's just molar mass of A, this is your water, times x sub A, plus molar mass of B times x sub B. So this is how you calculate this column. Ano? And then you weigh the pycnometer. This is the weight of the pycnometer. Okay? Tapos you add the liquid, you fill the pycnometer with liquid, and then you weigh it again after drying, after using some lint-free paper. So this is the mass of the pycnometer plus liquid. You subtract this column, you subtract this column to this column, you're going to get the mass of the liquid or the mass of the solution. Okay, so in order to find this one, density, raw mixture, we're going to use this formula. Density of the mixture is equals to the mass of the mixture divided by the mass of water times the density of water. So for example, this one, probably this one. Let's try to calculate. Let's try to calculate that value. So the mass of mixture is this one, 20.946. Okay. The mass of water is this one. Kasi this is 0% alcohol. So sabihin this is 100% water. This is the mass of water. 24.997. And then you multiply that with the density of water. We're going to use this density, 0.996. So you're going to use the calculator. 20.946 divided by 24.997 times 0.996. I'm getting 0.8346. No? 0.83. Okay. So I hope you know how to calculate each column of this table. Yung previous column naman obvious naman yun. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to convert to calculate the molality from mole fraction. We're going to convert the mole fraction to molality. Kasi yung gagawin nating equation is supposed to be molality versus volume. Okay. So, yun. An ethanol water, this is an example. An ethanol water solution contains 5 mole percent ethanol. Calculate the molality of the solution. So this is quite basic kasi ang definition lang naman kasi ng molality, if you still remember, is this is basically number of moles ng solute per kilogram of solution. Okay? So what we're going to do in order to facilitate the calculation is we're going to assume that there is this is solvent. So in this particular case, this is water. No, this is water. We're going to assume, or our basis would be, we have 1 kilogram of water or 1,000 gram of water. No? So yun yung basis natin.
No, what did you do? What did you do?
Okay? If we're going to use the definition of the mole fraction, X, for example, X ethanol, mole fraction of ethanol. This is basically equal to the number of moles of ethanol
This one.
divided by the number of moles of water plus the number of moles of ethanol. Okay? So, mole fraction of ethanol is 0.05. Tapos, number of moles of ethanol, that's what we're going to find out. So, basically, what will happen is the number of moles of ethanol would be would be equal to ano molality kasi yung ating basis is this is the same as no, this is the same as 1 kilogram of water. This is the same as 1 kilogram of water. So kung ano man yung makakalculate nating N ng ethanol, the solute, is the same as the molality. So, bale mangyayari, this will be our unknown, no? And then ang number of moles of water natin is 1,000 divided by 18.02 plus number of moles of ethanol. Okay, so you're going to solve the number of moles of ethanol.
No.
You're supposed to get something like 2.921, no? So that 2.921. So this is going to be the molality, no? So doon sa equation natin, ito yung nasa x. 'Di ba? Yung equation natin kamukha nung kay Atkins, ano? Ito yung magiging x. 2.921. Okay? So next, yun naman volume. How do we find the volume of this solution if we have 1,000 grams of water? So calculating the volume of a solution. Suppose an ethanol water solution has a molality of 2.921 or 2.924 and its density is 0.9746. Okay? Calculate the volume of the same solution containing 1,000 grams of water. So molar weight of ethanol is 46.0684. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is first we're going to calculate the mass of the solution. Tapos we're going to use the density to calculate the volume of the solution. Now, so let's calculate first the mass. So if this is the molality, and then we have 1,000 grams of, we're going to consider 1,000 grams of water. Ibig sabihin, this molality is equal to the number of moles of ethanol automatically. Ano? So the mass of the solution is 2.924 times the molar weight of ethanol, which is 46.0684. And then we add the 1,000 grams of water. Okay. So the mass of the solution, actually, hindi ko lang ito nabago. No? So supposed to be, this is 2.921. Supposed to be 1. Ano? 1 na lang natin to. Para kamukha nung nakaraang problem. Ano? Parang continuation siya nung first problem. So if this is 2.921, you're supposed to get something like 1,134.6 grams. Ano? Okay, so with this, and then your density is 0.9746. Diba? Density is basically equal to mass over volume. So just substitute everything into this equation. And then the density is 0.9746, no? Grams per ml. Tapos, this is grams per ml, ano? And then the mass is 1,134.6 grams. Tapos, you can calculate the volume in ml. No? So the volume is 1,164 ml.
Number 1?
Okay? So just repeat this calculation for all the, you can do it using Excel, ano, para mas mabilis. Just repeat this calculation on the 7 solutions. You have 7 solutions, di ba? Kasi pure ethanol, pure water, tapos 5 ml water, 10 ml water, 15 ml water, 20 ml water. Actually, 6 lang pa. 6 solutions. Ano? You just repeat this for the 6 solutions. So you're going to get molality versus volume. Volume, you can place volume on the y on the axis, and then a molality on the x-axis in order to get the equation. So let me show how it is done on Excel. Ano? going to share an Excel
Oh, this
screen.
one already. Oh, no, this one too. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, I'm going to clear this up. I'm going to have a new cell. Open lang kayo ng new file. Tapos, halimbawa, this is the molality. Okay, so halimbawa, our molality is 1, 2, 3, 4. Tapos, you have the volumes. Volumes. So, halimbawa, your volume is 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. So, all you need to do is you click insert this one, ano? Insert scattered or bubble chart. So, probably mas maganda to, ano? This one, scattered with smooth lines and marker. So, you just click this one, no? So, automatically, as you can see, yung
Okay, this one first.
yung title niya, you can, ano, pero as you can see, 6. Yan. This is the, this is the volume, and then this X is the molality, you know. So basically, what you're going to do is you just right click this. Bali, ito yung naging X, itong molality yung naging X, yung volume yung naging Y. That's the default, ano? Ganun lang naman. You just what you're going to do in order to get the equation is you just right click this, no? Tapos you just click add trend line. Okay? Tapos you transfer this to polynomial. You can vary the number of order. Not basically you need to find the best R. Okay? So tapos you go down and then you click this display equation on chart. So you will have the equation and then display the R value. Yun. Pag siguro 0.99, pwede na yun. Pag mababa pa siya sa 0.99, you can increase the order. So actually, kasi 4 lang yung data natin, ang maximum lang talaga nito ay second order lang. Ano? Dapat, pwede pa palang, kasi pag overfitting na yan, pag 4, you can increase the order like that. Ayan, magwa-1 na siya. Pag nag-1 na yan, sabihin overfitting na yan. Ano? Hindi ka dapat mag-1. So hanggang dito lang yan, hanggang 2 lang yan. Ano? Pag 6 yung data nyo, hanggang 4 lang, no? So, yun. Ganun lang gumamit nito. And then you're going to use this. This is, you just replace Y with B, and then ito X na yan. Ano? Parang dun sa Atkins problem. So that's what you're going to do with your, sa exercise na isasubmit nyo. Ano? So, with this equation, just try to solve the partial molar volume of water and the partial molar volume of ethanol, ano, for each of the points. So ganun lang yung gagawin niyo. Ano? Alam niyo na naman to, 'di ba? Kunin niyo lang yung derivative, then you're going to get the partial molar volume of ethanol. Tapos ipasok niyo dun sa equation na B is equals to B sub A times N sub A plus B sub B times N sub B. Makukuha niyo naman dun yung partial molar volume ng water. Okay? So, hanggang dun na lang, ano? Okay. So, I hope you with this 3 videos you'll be able to perform the exercise, and this will be the coverage of the final exam, ano? Yung mga problems tsaka yung mga sample calculation na ginawa natin dito sa partial molar volume. Okay, so this video's calculation.